To the next topic, I want to say this real quick. I seen Showbiz. Y'all hit the Showbiz there, dog.
Yeah, not a fan. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. He said I seen a clip on Twitter today. He said if Terence Crawford beat Canelo, he on Mount Rushmore of best fighters, not greatest fighters, but best fighters. What y'all think about that? I should have had that little audio, but what y'all think about that? Go ahead,
Nope.
Fred. You shaking your head. Go ahead.
Nope. I follow Showbiz a lot early. I just think he become a lot corporate and not saying the truth about shit just to not lose these big sponsors he getting and these head to head shows he get to do. He don't keep it a buck like that to me no more.
Me either.
Terence Crawford ain't fought nobody. I don't care what nobody tell me. He fought Errol Spence and nobody else. You beat Canelo. That is a hell of an achievement. But you got to fight. I need 2 more fights out of you. I feel like, hey, fight one of the Charlo boys. Fight. You know what? A fight I would like for him. What's his name? Oh my God. I'm the weed got me. He fought Canelo. White boys. Oh, Rhythm. Caleb Plant. Give me Caleb Plant. And then maybe see baby Charlo. Give me that, and then we talk. Right now, he beat Errol Spence and he beat Canelo. How many fights he got? He 37. Right. Who has he fought? Fights, yeah. He won the belt from Joe Horn. Like, come on now. Right. You got to give me something else.
Right, and they gave it to Joe Horn. That's a good segue to the next topic. But go ahead, Nolan. Greatest. You even can throw James Tony in there.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say that. He did that for conversation of clicks or something. Yeah. I'm a Terence Crawford fan, you know what I'm saying? But
we know.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say that.
I think he could be. I just want to see more work. Like if we look at historic fighters and they got fights with guys, like multiple guys. Like who does he fight if you take Errol Spence off his list? He ain't fought Canelo. Who is a guy he beat up or even got a decision? I don't give a fuck. Who was a guy? Not a guy he made not look like the guy because he was so dominant, but a guy.
And then I'm gonna play this clip because he had the nerve to say, "Let me just play this clip, man." This one.
Me and my facts, and I'm gonna keep it 100.
I'm a Spence fan.
I'm right. That's because me and my facts, and I'm gonna keep it 100.
Let me play this other one first, because this responds to this other one right here.
You ain't gonna beat up on my nigga. Terence.
For both of you guys to listen to what you said. You said Bud only had one big fight in his career. Do you really feel that way?
You know, if you look at his career, don't get me wrong, okay? He's a good fighter, a great fighter. I always say before I see him calling me out and won the fight and everything, I say before he's a great fighter. But if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter. Just mention me one elite fighter.
So Postal wasn't elite?
Who?
Victor Postal.
Who's that guy?
Oh, so he wasn't commercialized. He wasn't a great. Ricky Burns wasn't elite.
What? 40 years old champion in that moment beat Mr. Poster in my gym. I saw that.
So Ricky Burns wasn't elite?
Ricky Burns doesn't elite.
Okay.
He's not elite.
It's cool.
Is there a champion?
I'm going to fight another elite
There is
fighter
a champions, good fighters, but elite fighters is different. Wait.
So I'm going to fight an elite fighter in September.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we're
going to find out.
We're going to find out. Then we're
for both of you guys to listen to what you said.
Before I play the other clip, I'm going to say this. This is how I feel. People tell me I'm crazy. But I felt like Jose Benavidez was elite, but even though he was fighting Terence after he was shot in the leg, you know what I'm saying? He was an elite fighter before that, though. Y'all think David was nasty. Before he got shot, Jose was nice, man. That bullet took him out. Let me play this clip right here. This is responding to why he couldn't say Earl when he asked him about that.
Man,
I'm right.
Like people always thought like they
That's because me and my facts, and I'm gonna keep it 100.
I'm a Spence fan.
I'm right.
Like people always thought like they thought I didn't like him and all that. I'm a Spence fan.
No,
like when we the build up, I'm like, man, hey, let me get your autograph. You know what I mean? Because I watched you come up. I'm older than you, but I watched you, rooted for you when you was in the amateurs, when you was in the Olympics, all that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you came when I fought in Dallas and Arlington. You was there watching me fight. You know what I mean? It's okay to say you a fan. Right. You know what I mean? It's okay. Like, I was a fan of Spence. Like, I'm still a fan. I hope he do well and things like that. But, like, once it got to the point where I moved up in weight, and I'm in the same weight as Spence, it's just like, oh man, you ain't fighting nobody. You this, you that, you this, you that. So now they trying to blemish my accomplishment just to boost him up. And I'm like, dude, you're not gonna do that. Because I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He couldn't. You know, like everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. You know,
do you not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame
right now? No, how?
Yeah, he's right, dude. He's right.
How? You know, he fought in one division. You know,
he never unified the belts.
He unified.
He did unify.
You know,
IBF.
He unified.
WBA, was it?
He had three.
Yeah,
he had the
but
WBC,
he didn't unify all
WBA,
four. He wasn't
IBF.
undisputed.
Huh?
He wasn't undisputed.
He wasn't. No, but what I'm saying is, they already called him a weight bully, right? He beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, an eye injury. You know.
You heard what he said, right? He beat Kell Brook off an eye injury. Hold on to that.
Yeah.
He beat Sean Porter.
In all fairness, he had to go over there to get that.
We know.
Like I said, you know what I mean? That's a good win. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him or, you know,
no, I understand
things like that. But I honestly don't know if he make it to the Hall of Fame with the accolades that he didn't got right now. You know, when you used to...
So he said this is how he played his own resume though in this interview, right?
That's what go ahead.
This is how he played his own resume. First, he said Earl won the Hall of Famer. That's the biggest fight on his resume. Two, he said when he fought Kell Brook, he was coming off an eye injury. When you fought him, he came off of how many eye injuries? Wasn't it two? Wasn't it two? This is why I be like with Terence, like he gets to talking and he be just saying shit just because it sound good, but he really made himself look bad. He really proved what Canelo was saying, like, you know what I'm saying, in a certain way. But do I think Earl gonna be a Hall of Famer? If Tim Bradley is a Hall of Famer and he only had one fight, how many divisions was he in? Only fight he had was Manny Pacquiao, and I felt like he lost.
He lost all of them to Manny.
But he in the Hall of Fame, so why wouldn't Earl be in the Hall of Fame? Like, I don't get that.
Earl is a Hall of Famer, but like you said, I've watched a lot of Terence Crawford interviews, and please I don't mean no disrespect, but sometimes I just feel like he just be saying shit. Like, the more you down Errol Spence, the more you proving Canelo's point. Exactly. The more that is the only guy on his resume that even has a chance at a Hall of Fame. That's the only guy he got that even fought that was a chance, and you just denigrated the man, proving Canelo's point. And Canelo's not wrong. Canelo has fought the guys. He's stopped guys from becoming the guys. Like, you can't. There's no substitute for experience, and that's why I feel like going up ain't just about weight. Canelo done been there, done that. You know what I mean? Like, Terence, who has he been hit by that was a threat every fight to end the fight? Yeah. He ain't fought those guys. He fought Errol Spence. Victor Postol was okay. He was not elite.
I would have said Sean Porter if he asked me who was elite.
But Sean Porter retired the next fight and never fought again. I mean,
he did, but he's still an elite fighter. Right. He still was an elite fighter.
But at that point, I'm talking about fighting a guy who was a guy. Yeah. Errol Spence was a guy. The rest of them really wasn't a guy. Errol Spence had already beat Sean Porter.
Barely. It was a
so it's like
that was a good fight.
I mean, it was a good fight, but he beat him, you know.
Barely.
That's what I said.
Barely, but you also had a better version of him than Crawford got. And Crawford was losing to him.
He was losing all around to Sean Porter.
He was losing.
And then Kenny really cost him that fight because he threw the towel in.
Hold on. Understandable, yes. He was losing. Right, Fred?
Absolutely.
Okay, but you've been in corners, right, Fred?
I've been in them.
And for your fighter to take it like this and go like this and finish that guy off because of what you said. You know what I'm saying? On my,
Who did he
he was
finish?
losing. Yeah, he was losing, but he took it up that next step.
Who was he losing to, and who did he take it up a notch against? Once again, a guy who retired the next fight.
But Sean, he retired because he knew he couldn't train with his dad no more. He didn't want to fire his dad.
And he didn't want to train. But once again, he also said he didn't really want to train like that. And so he wasn't as hungry as he was against Errol Spence. He wasn't that same dude.
Sean was
so once again, he denigrates his resume. His resume ain't good enough for me to say he's a Hall of Famer, to be honest. What makes him a Hall of Famer is winning in different weight classes. But he did it against guys.
I don't want to say
Give
that.
me some. I think Caleb Plant could beat him.
I don't want to diminish Sean Porter, what he did in boxing. I think he was a great fighter. It was ugly. It was ugly when he was fighting, but he was still a good fighter. He made it difficult. His style made it difficult.
I liked him, but we know when fighters is just about done too, though.
Yeah.
We see it enough. And when he fought Crawford, he was talking about retirement before that. When you hear that from a fighter, what guy are you really getting? You ain't getting that guy that fought Errol 3-4 years previous to that. You're not getting that same dude. So once again, who did he beat? He don't have a Danny Garcia on his resume.
He could have fought.
You know, like, give me Danny Garcia on his resume.
I'm not gonna go in.
Give me somebody that you know what I mean? Like, after he beat Canelo, let's say he beats him. After he beats him, that is respect. That is unmatched in boxing. He's a Hall of Famer, whatever, number 1 pound for pound fighter. But when we look back at it, we're gonna say Errol Spence and Canelo, and who else?
He could have fought a lot of fighters that he didn't fight.
He didn't fight. That's all I'm saying. He didn't.
He could have.
He didn't get to fight.
But you gonna be right though. But if he do beat those guys, he gonna have the bragging rights of I was able to knock off the big dogs of this generation. This section of time of fighters. You know what I'm saying? I beat the two big dogs. Yeah, I didn't fight a lot of the meat inside, but I knock off the two big dogs.
I think
But he gotta get another one after this. You can't just beat them two and say I'm riding off into the sunset. His next fight gotta be a fucking blockbuster just the same. He gotta go right back at it. And I say, don't stay at 68, just go down to 60.
I think it's an asterisk by all his fights at 47. You know, because except all of them, man. Because, you know, except Joe Horn, because Joe Horn, he was older, but, you know, still he wasn't really that. Jose Benavidez, he had he came off of being shot in the leg. He only had one leg. He fought Kell Brook with two broken orbital bones. Earl was in a car accident. Y'all saying Sean was on his way out, which I still think Sean was a great fight on his resume. And I think Earl was too. Derek James said the accident ain't stop Earl. So other than that, most of the fights he had most of the fights he had.
People can't name him, but look at Manny's resume. Look at Floyd's resume. Look at Ali's resume. Like, we knew who they fought. We don't know these motherfuckers he fought.
But look, it's still Nolan crazy, man. But still, like, it was fights he could have had. Like, when he was at 140, AB was there. AB had a title because he had a title at 140 and 47. Then he dropped after the 40 fight that he fought Polly. So it was time. Then Mikey Garcia was at 35 and at 40 with him. It was fights he could have had. I don't know why they didn't make one made or didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen. I'm not taking nothing from Terence. He great. Because when he told that man he was down, he went out there and like, man, let me end this fight. Then let me show him his levels to this. Against Sean Porter, that's greatness, man. That's greatness right there. So I don't want to take nothing from him. But all his welterweight fights got an asterisk by him. You can really put an asterisk by him, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But
you only named You only named 4 fights, man. He got like how many fights he got? You named 4
Got
fights.
Benavidez, Kell Brook, American. He was chinny. Everybody knew he had been knocked out a million times.
Man, American get knocked out by twerk win, man. That motherfucker got no chin, man.
It was American, Benavidez, Joe Horn, Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Earl. Who else? He ain't had that many fights at 147. He had about 10 at the most. 10 at the most, you know what I'm saying? But each of them you could put an asterisk by because they all came in not who they was. They was all like, you know, gunshot wounds, broken orbital bones and ribs and everything that happened to Kell Brook. Then you got Cheney American. He can't, you know what I'm saying? He can't take a punch from a woman, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
who was running?
You can't even mention American.
Who was running, Nolan? Who was running from him? He could have fought Danny. I mean, Danny got the 140. When Danny went to 47, Crawford came to 140. When Danny was at 140, Crawford was at 35. So I don't think only way they could have fought was at 47. But who was running?
No.
Go ahead. Who was running?
That's it.
Who was running? Who was running? You said who was running?
No, that's it. That's it.
Go ahead. I want to hear it.
Nah,
hey,
bro.
I want to hear it too. Shit, let me know.
Nah, ain't nobody running.
Bob Arum didn't believe in him. Bob Arum said he don't make him no money. Like I feel like Bob Arum also knew there were some guys out there who would put them paws on his ass.
He should have left Bob Arum when Bob sat right next to him.
He should have left him years before he left him. You're right. You're right.
Man,
so
said,
that hurts his legacy because he let Bob Arum pretty much use half his career up with a bunch of bullshit.
Bob Arum sat right next to him and said, "I could build a house with all the money I lost on Terence Crawford." Crawford.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I wanted him to leave right then and there. Like he was a free agent. I was mad at Terence when he signed back, man. I get it. He didn't want to go to the PBC, who had all the welterweights. They ain't have all of them because Mikey Garcia was with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? He was at 35. Didn't win the you know what I'm saying? And you had what's the name at 140? I think he was gone already. He was gone already when Robert Easter was down at 140 with a title. He was already at 47. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to give me 2 more. After this, if he beats Canelo, you got to give me 2 more. You got to challenge yourself and solidify yourself. Nobody can say nothing if you beat I don't know. I don't want to throw Caleb Plant in there because I ain't liking how he looking. But you get one of the Charlo brothers. You get you a Charlo.
You can say Canelo got a lot of nobodies on his resume too. You can really break his resume.
But he got enough somebody.
Yeah.
He got enough somebody.
His biggest fight outside of Floyd was Triple G. And some say he lost that.